I hate scooters. I hate crazy driving scooters so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to preface this by saying, I live in China right now. I lived in China for a long time. China is literally one of the safest places in the world. And for the most part, nothing will happen to you. You won't get robbed. You won't get mugged. You won't get bad things happen to you. For the most part, it is a very, very, very safe place. I never had any issues here. That's my thing that I want to preface by saying this. But I will tell you, I live in a place called the Guangdong province in China, okay, in a place called Shenzhen. And I can comfortably say every single day when I walk on the sidewalk, there is a 50% chance, probably higher, that I will get hit by a scooter or I'll probably die because a scooter just ran me over. And I feel like this problem has gotten worse and worse. Now, let me explain this for you a little bit. So I'm going to compare two cities. And if you are Chinese right now, don't get mad, okay? This is my experience living here in China, okay? And for those of you outside of China, let me give you some context as well. Because let me explain this for everybody. So first of all, I'm also aware there are other countries in the world where scooters are much crazier, okay? I've seen them as well, okay? I'm just telling you about, for me, my experience living here in China, okay? So if you don't know, in China, the main sources of transportation is cars, obviously, but also bikes and scooters, okay? Electric scooters and bicycles. And of course, you have the subway station and buses, blah, blah, blah. Now, I lived in Shanghai for over 15 years. And the one thing I really like about the design of Shanghai is that all the streets have a dedicated bike and scooter lane. So you have the lane for cars, and then you have the lane for bikes and scooters. And the sidewalk is the sidewalk. Scooters and bikes, for the most part, do not drive there. They stay in that special bike and scooter lane. Now, when I moved to Shenzhen, I realized that it's not the same. In Shenzhen, for the most part, I know they've been making small changes recently, but for the most part, bikes and scooters share the sidewalk with pedestrians. So you have the sidewalk with hundreds of people, hundreds of scooters, hundreds of bikes, more people usually, and everybody is just mixing in and out together. Now, here's the biggest problem. The biggest problem is, as a pedestrian walking on that sidewalk, and maybe this is just me, there have been many times where I'm walking, listening to music. If I would have just accidentally stepped to the left, I definitely would have gotten hit by a scooter. For sure. If I saw somebody, my friend, walking down the street, and I just said, hey, put my hand out to wave to them, I definitely would have gotten my hand hit by a scooter, for sure. Now, there are many reasons for this, all right? And again, I want to preface to everybody, I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody or anything, but for me, it does kind of suck that I don't feel safe sometimes walking on the street. Every day, I'm like, dude, I could have just gotten hit by a scooter every single day. Now, I think there was a number of reasons for this. Now, first of all, these streets, right? Actually, a lot of the streets in Shenzhen, the sidewalks, they have like a line. They draw like, okay, this is where the bikes and scooters should be. Okay, it's like just a line. It's it's not a separated. It's not like there's like actually like a wall or a separated lane. It's usually like a line on the street. The problem is the people walking on the street, they walk in that area too. They don't care. Neither do I. How can you get it's you're just walking, just like get through your day, right? And then the bikes and scooters, they do the same thing. Nobody cares. If you're a bike or scooter, what are you going to say? You're going to say, hey, get out of the bike lane, get out of the scooter. No, you're just going to try to get through, right? Because there's so many people. Now, on top of that, okay, and here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say. And also, to all my friends here, if you're listening right now, if you live in China, you're Chinese, okay, you live here. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, okay? I'm just trying to share how I feel. In China, we have an amazing, amazing delivery system. A lot of delivery and logistics, transport is done by scooters. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. These delivery people, men, women, young, old, in my opinion, and even globally, truck drivers, et cetera, these are the people that make our lives better, that make our lives more convenient. I salute these people, and I want to say thank you for making my life easier. I appreciate you. I love you, okay? The problem is, though, is that generally, if we're talking about food delivery, guys, so if you don't know, in China, most food delivery is done by scooter. It's very, very fast, very convenient. In China, when you order food, generally it's going to arrive within 20 to 30 minutes. Yes, just get on the app, order something, it's there really fast. The problem is, though, is that, and all of you, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? If the delivery driver is late, they get penalized. So as an example, if your food was supposed to arrive in 30 minutes, then if it's overtime, what happens is that the app will then compensate you. Maybe give you like a $5 coupon, whatever. Give you something in return, basically. Now, I'm not sure, but I would assume if the driver, the delivery person, if they are late, well, then that might affect their rating. Maybe they get penalized. So that system is very, very stressful. On top of that, the restaurant's late. There's traffic. There's other scooter drivers. There's so many rain, weather. There's so many different factors. But because of this system, that means these delivery drivers are driving like crazy, going in and out of traffic. I see a lot of times you're just walking down the street. There's people everywhere. They will cut in front of other scooters, cut in front of other people because they need to get to their destination as fast as possible. But because of this, it's dangerous. If there was a separate scooter and bike lane in the street with the cars, I feel like problem solved. That's how they do it in Shanghai. Now, if you're listening, if you can tell me if you understand city planning, if you understand why it's designed this way, please tell me, let me know. I would appreciate that. Now, delivery drivers is one thing. The other thing, too, is that people in general in China, and I'm a victim of this, and I do this a lot, too. I feel like in China, if you've lived here for a while, I feel like everyone's in a rush. I feel like Shanghai, Shenzhen is really go, rush, basically. And I just feel like everybody needs to get to where they need to go as fast as possible. And that is translating to scooter drivers as well. I seen yesterday a woman she's behind two scooters. They're not driving slow at all. They're going fast enough to kill someone if they hit them. And she's just like, nah, I'm going to just drive around them, basically. Now, the problem is she wants to drive around them, but I'm walking the other way. She almost hits me. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? This is madness. I can tell you, my Chinese family, majority, if not all of my Chinese friends, all feel the same way as well. These scooters are super dangerous. You may say I'm being dramatic. All it takes, okay? And another thing, all it takes is for one guy or girl to be on their phone on the scooter. I see people do that all the time. Are you so addicted to your phone, okay? You have to watch a video while you're on the scooter or phone? Seriously? I'm not talking about looking at a map for directions. I'm talking about people on TikTok and Douyin while you're driving. All it takes is for one person to clip you, and all of a sudden, okay, well, you broke your knee. Your knee just caved in. Your knee just collapsed, basically. That's it. And then what? Oh, well, they'll get caught. Okay, fine. They get caught. You use a camera. They get caught. What are you going to sue? Well, they don't have any money. Then what do you do then? Okay. Oh, and even if you do get money from them, well, sorry, your leg is messed up for a year or half a year. You can't walk, right? It's insane. And what if I have kids? I see this all the time. Like, dude, like, what happens if you're walking with your kid? Some guy just, I just want to zip through these pedestrians, zip through traffic, hits your kid. Listen, I want to look at my phone as well. I want to walk and just look at my phone, scroll stupid videos, and make sure everything will be okay. But I realize every time I do that, if I don't look where I'm going, someone probably hit me. Am I crazy? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? That's all I want to know. Am I wrong? And if I'm wrong, tell me why I'm wrong. But if I'm not, can you please tell me what is a solution, okay?